Focus on the Nigerian economy, we see the bigger picture. Business Express on Smooth
Studio.
98.1.
That's in collaboration with Quick Teller Lagos. Welcome to a wonderful Monday. It's the 10th of September 2018, and Rotus is in the studio. Good morning, Rotus.
Good morning, Valentine. Good
How's it
morning,
going? How's it
Lagos.
going, man?
I'm good. The weekend was fine, Glad to be here. Lagos, how are you guys doing? So yeah.
Very well. Ugo Dre, good morning.
Hey, my bro. Good morning.
How's it
Morning,
going?
Lagos.
How's it
Great,
going?
great.
Hey, man.
Mr.
Hi.
Kayode of ARM. Yes, indeed.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Lagos, join the conversation this morning. Send us a message on WhatsApp. Send it to 08094440981. That's 0809440981. Tweet at us at Smooth981FM. Use that hashtag BusinessExpress981. And also go over to YouTube where we're streaming live. You can leave a comment on that platform as well. Just type in the search box Smooth981FM Lagos.
Thank you. So Lagos, what else is new with the market? It's not positive last week. Friday down 0.21%, 34,037.91 is where we closed. Our top gain now was Nemeth International Pharmaceuticals up by 10%. Top loser was Law Union and Rock Insurance. Gentlemen, outlook for our darling economy. I don't know if I could combine these two reports here. First, from Business Day, saying that firms are facing a bleak second half of the year, a sluggish growth pressures margins. They're talking about how most of the results we've seen so far are they're propped up by one-offs like forex gains and so on and so forth. And they're saying that look, it's not looking very pretty for the outlook. Combine that with the Economist Intelligence Units, Ugo Dre, one of your favorite people, they're saying that Nigeria's growth is going to struggle as major reforms are unlikely to go forward. I wanted to get your take. Perhaps you guys are more positive. Kayode, how are you feeling?
Yeah, for the second half, I think it's better to look at it across different sectors, right? For the consumer, I think even second half will still be much more strong than what you've seen. Volumes are still increasing, people are still beginning to buy. As election spending and all those starts to come in, then it basically drives that. For the banks, I think the issue is the fact that most of the gains you saw last year, you saw gains from FX, you saw gains from derivatives, also trading income. But as we're going into this year now, most of these banks are beginning to record decline in some of those gains. And so it's beginning to slow down. So in terms of what you see for ROE for some of those banks, most of the banks will find it difficult to recovery. So second half, because of election too, you see a lot of banks are reducing, cautious in terms of growing their loan books. So everybody just staying more into investment liquid instruments. It will impact on their earnings for second half. It's just normal election period. A lot of people just want to be cautious in terms of even investments, in terms of also growing their loan book. So you see that massive investment decisions to drive growth. So it's going to slow definitely, but you definitely see a pick up once the election is over.
Okay, and then just to help out our listeners, ROE, we have
return on equity.
Right, thank you, sir. Okay, Ugo Dre, how are you feeling now? What do you think of
Bit sensational.
Yeah.
Outlook is not too good, but not as dire as painted in that article, right? So I mean, if you look back on 5 of the biggest banks, for example, did post about 1.29 trillion and thereabout in gross earnings this year. So for first half of this year, basically flat compared to the same period last year. Profits as well was, I think, topped about 330 billion or so, about just slightly lower than it was last year. So yes, you're going to see the kind of astronomical growth that we saw last year across sectors, even in the consumer goods sector, even in the oil and gas sector. You probably won't see that, and that's because we had a very low base in 2016. So between 2016 was a period of recession. So between 2016 and 2017, we had that spike because businesses started picking up. But now in 2018, it's still a bit flat. So we haven't really seen where that growth will come from. Do we think that things are really going to get that bad? I doubt it. Yes, we start to dissipate towards the end of the year, and that's because elections, how that's going to actually impact on businesses, or whether the same government is probably going to come back again in 2019. So these are some of the things that are probably going to affect the flow of business. But in terms of whether it's going to affect profitability marginally or that negatively, I don't think so. So I actually think that's just a little bit hyperbolic.
Okay, cool. Now let me now move to this report from the Economist Intelligence Unit. They're saying that there will be no significant reforms in Nigeria between 2018 and 2022, which is a little alarming.
Awful long time.
Yeah, right. So Valentine and Folu mentioned Egypt's debts growing up.
Yeah.
I bring up Egypt because, as we know, they had their own issues. They took their loans from the IMF. Their debt has risen, but Egypt's GDP growth has increased. And it's passed on better than Nigeria. The reforms that you mentioned, take from the power, some fuel and so right. Do you think there will be no reforms between 2022 takes us to the next election after this one? So
Yeah.
I guess I mean they've had like almost 4 years now, and we actually didn't see any major reforms. No reforms in the civil service in terms of very tight, in terms of taking off some of the subsidies that we're currently seeing in the downstream sector. So that's why investors are looking at things and saying, look, it's actually bleak. We don't, if they come back again next year, then it's likely that we might not see reforms in these key areas that we actually need reforms a lot. So even land things that you need to do to actually jumpstart the economy. So I guess that's what they're looking at. But then it's a different thing when you come back for your second term, right? And there's really nothing to contest for again. So perhaps, maybe likely, they might do reforms, but the body language of this government doesn't seem like we're going to see reforms anytime soon. I mean, that's my opinion.
All right, Kayode, how do you feel? What do you think?
Well, just like what EIE said, I think it's just normal to see that if we don't see any policy coming up, our economy can actually fall back to negative. Just a perfect example, if you look at South Africa, they came back now from their new result, new numbers. It's actually back. And we're just relying on the fact is that our economy is not growing as much as our population. Policies to drive sitting on FPIs. If we have things will get better once they come, but it's also better to be cautious. So if not happens, then we'll start to see in a very bleak picture for the economy generally.
All right.
All right. We have a. Please, I'd like to know how much is the minimum on the stockbroking account.
Kayode, what's the minimum?
So you open an account as well.
Interesting.
RM, yeah?
Yes.
All right, cool.
James
But
from-
don't invest in that with 10,000 naira.
Yeah, do use more, I mean.
At least they open it. James from Lagos says, "Good morning, guys. Please, how does FMDQ OT can one buy T-bills, bonds, and other fixed income securities through it? Thanks, guys."
FMDQ OTC is a market for selling corporate bonds and FGN bonds. Now, whether you can buy treasury bills on it, if you want to buy treasury bills, you go through your banks or through your brokers. So it's just a marketplace. It's saying, can I buy shares on the floor of Nigerian Stock Exchange by yourself? No, you have to go through brokers.
Okay.
That's just a market where they trade these things. So you can trade treasury bills and corporate bonds at the NAS, at the
Our stories. Ugo Dre, we turn to you here. Okay, so Business Day again is asking who turned our Attorney General into. I was going to ask you what we're talking off here about there's a letter that's been floating around from the EFCC to discos asking them, what are they asking them? What's going on? What's
to come and they're accusing them of probably diverting collection, to evade. So it's the kind of onslaught that we've been seeing, or regulatory ambush, if you want to call it, over the last few weeks. So that's a bit worrying when the EFCC is inviting private companies or to come in and come and start to investigate them over taxes.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, isn't that the jurisdiction of the Federal Revenue Service? So we've seen this with the Attorney General and MTN as well. So the people are wondering, like, who's going to come next? I mean, is it ICPC? Can businesses actually continue to thrive or to go about with their daily operations without interference from different regulatory bodies? So yes, within the right of the government to, of course, investigate suspicious tax evasions, but then which arm of the government is doing this? So typically you'd expect the Federal Revenue Service, and the Federal Revenue Service has their own internal audit department. So it's their audit department that usually goes to do tax audits. So when they do tax audits, then they slam you a demand notice. If you give you a demand notice and maybe you feel like the demand was too much, you can then go to a tax tribunal, and if you feel like a tax tribunal, you can go to appeal. If you feel like the appeal, go to. So I mean, this is very clear steps how you do these things. Yeah.
Right.
So, but when you start the agency is supposed to do, you start to get, because we don't know how to respond. You know what I mean?
All right, good stuff. So we can end with Rainmaker's
Message, yes. Rainmaker says, I feel it's conservative not to expect much growth. On a YOY scale, I think we're still doing better in terms of marginal growth. My major issue is that the GBSI government is not
basic government. I think that's what he's trying to
it's,
say.
it's not driving. Layman will not understand the metrics and figures. They know we're doing well. Jobs.
We end it there. Rainmaker, thank you for that message. Benga Kamo, everybody else that sent in their messages. Ugo Dre, thank you so much. Kayode of ARM, thank you as well for joining us on this
locked to Smooth 98.1. 7:30 will bring you the quick details of the newspaper stories inside of Freshly Pressed. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's Smooth 91 FM Lagos.
Business Express on Smooth 98.1.